Well, good morning, folks. Let's get ready to knock out some drains today. Looks like we're going to be tackling 4 calls today. So we're going to be all over the map down the Conway, Jackson, Bartlett, Glen area. So let's go tackle some drains and let's keep New Hampshire flowing. See you out there and hope you enjoy the video. All right, so lower level, we can unclog your toilet. That power toilet auger. That one's done. Also noticed that the bathroom sink was really slow, so we cleared that too. Nice whirlwind getting ready to go down on that one. There it is. Boom. This was for an elderly lady. She didn't mention anything about the bathroom sink being really slow, so I just took care of that one. So those 2 are done. Hey folks, it's Rod from Mount Washington Sewer and Drain Cleaning. So we just finished the job here and got our toilets cleared out, and noticed that her bathroom sink was running a little slow. So really easy, hit it with the zip drain. Didn't charge her for that, so that helps. Helps her out. Older lady, she's paid her dues. And we're on to the next one, and we keep New Hampshire flowing. So, it pays to do a good job and keep up with people, but it's been really busy as of late. Lots of calls coming through. So we try to do the best we can at keeping up. And if you have a drain problem, Mount Washington Sewer and Drain Cleaning. Okay, we're off to our second call today. We're leaving Glen, New Hampshire, and now we're heading to Bartlett, New Hampshire, and we're gonna go up more calls today. So let's get them going. I guess the problem over there is a kitchen sink. That's the bathroom sink, and the shower from the second floor are flooding the kitchen sink. Awesome. So let's go get that one. Okay, so we got the P-trap here. I really don't want to pull the bottom piece because the flex shaft has a hard time getting in there. So I'm going to pull this nut right here and disconnect the Fernco and drop this trap down here. It'll give me better access to get the flex shaft inside there and clear this pipe. Okay, we got the pet trap pulled, so let's clear the drain. Here we go. This is Rod from Mount Washington Sewer and Drain Cleaning. We just flex shaft open the sink. Typical common clog, soft backup, but we got it. There's the sink. Let's see how she drains. Typical bubbling from a garbage disposal's got to fill the void. There she goes. Awesome sound, just like new. We keep New Hampshire flowing. Okay, job number 2 is a complete success. Typical, not enough water running through the kitchen sink with a dishwasher, but we got them flowing. We keep New Hampshire flowing. Just finished up this Bartlett, New Hampshire area, so now we're going to head down to Conway, take care of job number 3 today. So we do have quite the waiting list and trying to knock out calls as fast as I can. There's just a lot of them and just not enough me out there, but I'll get to you. Just be patient. Okay, we're at job number 3. And what are we doing here? We're doing a sewer clog to a septic tank. Let's flip you around. There we go. We see the clog already. We're going to be running our flex shaft in there. As you can see, we are underneath the deck with maybe 2.5 feet. So here's the septic. Camera is all the way up inside that pipe there. So we're going to clean this pipe out. Okay, we're in the pipe. And I can see the clog. Our flex shaft chains right inside there. So let's just back this up a little bit so we're not hitting the chains. Set up the pedal for the attack. Let's go after this clog. comes. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, we got a separation in the pipe there with a bunch of root. Alright. Let's see if we can clean some of that up. So you can see right there, we clearly have a separation in the pipe. Owner had just moved into the house. It's clogged up immediately, so that's not good right there. So we'll clean that up some, at least give them some flow, break them the bad news. And we're just flex shafting that corner out, get those roots out of there. Looks like they never even connected the pipe. So let's pull the flex shaft out of the way and see if we can get our camera up inside there. Those are our chains. You can see we cleared the blockage. And you can see, looks like they shoved a small pipe into a larger pipe here. Nope. Did something with that. That pipe's disconnected, not even connected. Some kind of a hack install. In there? Nope. So it looks like water will flow one way and not the other way. That concludes the cleaning and inspection. So job number 3. It's really important when you buy a home to have a sewer inspection done, because what the home inspector won't find, we'll find it. And unfortunately, as a new homeowner who had just bought a new home, was clogged immediately off the bat within a day of moving in. And as you can see in the video, that there was a clear separation or poor install, that they just shoved the pipe in a pipe and the roots intruded and tore it apart. So that part of the pipe is going to need to be replaced, and should be hard pipe to keep the roots out. In this case, fern coats will allow tree roots to get in, because it's just basically a friction point, and they'll sneak in under the rubber and eventually get in there in a few years. So in a situation like this, you're better off just hard pipe and glue it heavily to keep the roots out of the line, to have better flow and keep the roots from slowing everything down. Also note, on the inside of this house was a sanitary tee on its side, also slowing the flow down. So basically it's coming down a very steep inclined pipe with way too much pitch, slamming into the back of the sanitary tee and then hitting that bad spot with the install, probably original to the house. They probably just sleeved it together, unglued, and then just pulled it apart, or ground movement along with it. Either 3 of the factors will allow roots to get in. Once that water starts to weep into the ground, tree roots are going to find their way in. Mother Nature wins every time, but we got this one flowing. We keep New Hampshire flowing, and we're off to job number 4. Okay, so we got that job done, and just like I said, I can't stress enough how important it is, if you're a new homeowner and you're buying a home, is to get a sewer inspection done, because there was another surprise right there. But at least tea is flowing. For now, roots tore apart the pipe, probably an unglued section of pipe, which sometimes happens down in the sewers underground. Sometimes they just not glue them and stick them together. So we recommended an excavator to go in there and fix the problem for them, and we're off to job number 4 today. So we're leaving Conway, New Hampshire, now we're heading back to Jackson, New Hampshire. At least it's nice out. Hey, this is Rod from Mount Washington Sewer and Drain Cleaning, and now we're on job number 4. I cut out all the road in between because nobody cares about driving or anything right there. So what we're doing is we're going to de-root a leach field with our flex shaft machine and clear the line from the D-box back to the septic tank because it's reported that there was a clog there. So let me just flip this guy around here. So you got your house there. Septic tank comes down there, and then it comes down this way, and this is a D-box. A D-box is where the line ends from your septic line and distributes water through the leach field into different areas. As you can see that there's a multitude of pipes there, and when that water goes down there, that water will dissipate into different areas into the leach field, kind of like a sewer system going to the street, but it just goes into the ground. And they can become oversaturated, they can be full of roots, or the leach lines can just fail itself. So I went and pulled as much root as I can so I can get my flex shafts inside there, and you can see the amount of root that I've already pulled out of that. So we're going to run our flex shaft in there, clear it out, and send the camera up there. And it probably won't see anything with the camera because basically it's the end of the line and there'll be water inside there, and it will just hold muck and you don't see anything unless you have a complete dry pipe, but I'm going to find that a little on the hard to believe side. So let's get to it. Let's see if we can get this one flowing. Okay, so we added some more roots to the pile. Flex shaft out the D-box. We've been running water down inside there with a hose. Appears to be taking water so far, which is good. But you got to remember with D-boxes in leach fields that we have no control over what's being flushed, how the septic tank is maintained, and the amount of water volume and the amount of people using the system. So you could still flood a leach field from running too much water that the ground won't accept. So far, this looks like it's running pretty decent so far. We keep New Hampshire flowing. Okay, so job number 4 was a success. We de-rooted the leach line and restored better flow to that leach line. So like I said in the previous video, things that need to be done, because the stuff that we don't control is 1, condition of the leach field, 2, the amount of water that's going into the same leach field, which could flood the system, not knowing how much the biomat is, and how many people are using the system itself. Some of these buildings have been changed over to Airbnbs where they have a lot of people in a house on old systems, and it can flood a system really fast. You figure if you got, instead of 1 or 2 people taking a shower for a half hour, you might have 10 to 12, even more, taking a shower for a lot more half hours, and that will flood your system. So something you want to be aware of is if you're on a septic tank, it's old, be careful with the amount of water going down there, not knowing the biomat and the amount of roots growing in there, the amount of water going in there. So there's a lot of factors with it. So sometimes you can salvage a leach field and get them running in. Sometimes you just do the best you can, and you need a new leach field. But unfortunately, we got some better run on this one, so now it's up to them to be careful with the amount of water and watch the system and see how well it's going to run. So hopefully everything's better here and everything's flowing, because they call Mount Washington Sewer and Drain Cleaning. We keep New Hampshire flowing. Talk to you later, folks. We keep New Hampshire flowing.